A man from the Midwest has turned his passion for travel and learning about the history of small towns into his full-time job. We first told you about Seth Varner in 2022 when he set out to visit every incorporated town in South Dakota. In tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, Julia Lynn catches up with Varner after completing that quest as he shares stories about the towns he visited and the book that he wrote about his adventures.
Seth Varner has visited every incorporated town in 4 states and is currently working on his 5th. The last time we spoke with Varner was during his time visiting Viborg in 2022, when South Dakota was state number 3 on his list. Now, after completing that journey, he shares what he enjoyed about visiting the towns outside of the hotspots for tourists.
South Dakota was my 2022 project in which Jack and I went to all 310 incorporated towns. And the whole goal of our project at that time, as we were juniors in college at that point, was to kind of just see like what made the state special other than like necessarily the Black Hills area.
Varner and his friend Jack McGonigal traveled together throughout the state a few weeks at a time over the span of about 5 months.
We went to like the Southeast, then the Northeast. Then we did like the North Central, like Aberdeen down to Pierre area. I think it was like the Winter area, like the South Central. And then we did like the entire like West.
Varner started the Wander More project in 2020 after he was sent home from college and was looking for something to do.
Some towns truly maybe it was like 10 to 15 minutes just because small town, you know, we were getting the pictures, and if we didn't meet anybody or like eat at the restaurant or a museum or something, it may have been that short. Whereas some of the bigger cities, it would have equated to about like an entire day.
He says his fascination for history stemmed from his parents and now wants to share that with others.
I've visited 2,600 different communities and tried to document as much history as possible and kind of share what makes them unique in their own ways.
One town that stands out is their time in Madison.
We took a small plane ride over the town of Madison and saw the lake and things like that. That was pretty neat. And then we got to hold a live alligator at this kind of museum in Harrisburg. That was pretty cool.
We fed these prairie dogs in a little unincorporated town called Cactus Flat. It's kind of by Kadoka. That was actually like super cool. Like the fact you can walk through like a prairie dog town and like you have like the little peanuts and you get to like go feed like the animals.
Varner says projects like these take time.
It's about 80 hours of work a week when I'm not traveling. When I am traveling, it's 16-hour days typically because it's sunrise to sunset to like really maximize the time.
Although the trip to South Dakota is complete, he continues to post photos and facts about the towns he visited on Facebook.
In my posts, you'll see I might talk about like state recreation areas or like restaurants or like different tourist attractions. A lot of that comes from like chambers and talking with locals and that kind of stuff.
Varner says people ask him if he's planning to do all 50 states.
I want to be able to say I visited every town in at least 10 states. That's like my first goal. And so I'll probably do some other states around the Midwest area, like Minnesota would be a good one. Oklahoma, Missouri, Colorado, Wyoming would probably be like the most realistic ones to round out the last 10.
By exploring the Midwest, one small town at a time.
Every town's got something to offer, and I think it's worth going to see what that town does have to offer. And whether it be, one hole-in-the-wall restaurant or a certain attraction.
You'll find like there's pride in every community and that there's absolutely something to do. You just got to go out and find it and grab a book, grab a map, and just kind of go out and explore it.
With Eye on KELOLAND, I'm Julia Lynn.